Jew clipping. Yep. And yes, I use air when I'm starting cuttings in water. I don't necessarily use a whole lot of paper, but this cutting came from my car insurance office, where I, of course, like all of us, we've got car insurance payments. So when I went in the other day to pay my car insurance, I seen this, and I told the lady that I used to grow these as a kid, and she's like, "Oh, well, do you want to start?" So I got to start, and all that paper is around it so that I can take it out, to the truck and drive home, and then put it in water. Probably could have just taken the clipping, as hardy as these things are, but she wrapped it up in paper, and I just didn't feel like unwrapping it, so I threw the whole thing into a rocks glass and threw a air tube. I was going to say air stone, but there's no stone on the end of it. I just tied a knot in the tubing to slow it down a little, and it seems to be coming undone. And with my air pump, I think there's some benefits to that. And it's real easy when you've already got a fish hobby. Here's the aloe. I need to dust off my air conditioner. Hey, there you are. Hello. And my dirty hood. Yes, it's always dirty. I know. I need to hit it with some vinegar or something instead of just wiping it off, because that doesn't work. Here's this one. Buds are getting bigger. I'm just going to film a bunch of my plants. Add something to the water test video that I did. So, and we got the Lucky Bamboo. This extension is blowing my mind. I would hope that it would do well, but it looks like the extension's going to have more flowers than the original spike. Still no support. It's not touching anything. It's bowing down further and further as the flowers open, but what do you expect? And there's those two. We've got some African violets. Haven't had these for very long, but kind of looks like... Okay, I'm looking over the camera, iPad, whatever. And I don't see any flowers, any buds. But over here I got some. Look at that. Wasn't so very long ago that, well, it always had little buds, but I thought they would blast coming to a new environment. They decided not to, apparently. And over here's the third one. You can see its buds now. And I'm afraid it's just going to be another pink one. And my pepper plant is dropping some leaves. Some kind of an ornamental pepper. I really need to get back behind it and deal with that water bottle hiding back there. That little thing, whatever it is. My fish. That's what I call a glass fish. My sedums. And this thing, which really looks dead. for the most part it is. It's got some leaves. I'm just going to see if any of those seeds from the peppers will sprout. And I drip some water on the leaves. I've never really cared. I've done that already. This thing has had water droplets on a few leaves. I figured a few water spots wouldn't kill the whole plant, but I never got the water spots. And then Rick has got just a leaf, a random leaf that I guess he picked up off the ground and tossed into a plant. Well, it looked like it had been haphazardly placed and then forgot about it, and it decided to root and grow. Out in the weather, out in the rain, doesn't seem to be stopping it. So, yeah, it's not the water on the leaves that causes the spots. Not solely. There's other factors. I believe that because I've seen it. It didn't take. I mean, these things are in front of my fish tank. How long do you think it took me to get some water on the leaves? And the voodoo tower. Why not? Show these. The idea is just to kind of show all these plants that have been getting watered with this low pH water. 4.3. It's just... But every time I put it back in the solution, goes back to 7 something. Test the tap water. It goes up. Test this filthy tank. Really need to scrub the algae on this one too. It's just algae doesn't bother me. But, yeah. This tank tests with a much higher pH. And really I've got a much happier fish.